The Hero's Field Manual, a layman's guide to building a life of purpose. Introduction, the making of a hero. Every single one of us stands at a quiet crossroads every single day. On one path, there's a current. It's easy. It's loud. It asks nothing of you but to drift, and it pulls you along. On the other path, there's an oar. It is heavier. It requires effort, and it demands that you row toward something greater than yourself. Right now, you can feel the choice pressing against your ribs between these two paths. It is this deep, unmistakable awareness that time is moving, regardless of whether you're acting or just reacting. Your life won't just happen to you. It will either be a deliberate, step-by-step construction, or simply a collection of random accidents. We live in a noisy world. There are endless opinions, constant distractions, and countless voices telling you what to buy, who to be, and what to value. But beneath all that noise, there is a fundamental need for clarity. Clarity about who you are, why you are here, and who you will ultimately become when the music stops. This isn't a book of fluffy encouragement or quick fix hacks. This is a field manual. It's based on hard-earned lessons from the trenches of real life. Businesses that failed and rose again. Relationships that were tested and renewed. Bodies that were pushed and rebuilt. And spirits that found peace in structure. The principles here don't come from theory. They come from effort, failure, sweat, and the realization that there is deep joy in sacrifice and profound freedom in discipline. What you hold in your hands and what you hold in your possession, this collection of words here, this book, is an invitation to stop floating and start rowing. It's an invitation to stand tall and engage with your life, not just consume it or consume through it. But to do this, you don't need mystical secrets. You need 4 foundational laws, a code for building a life capable of withstanding any storm that might come your way. We call these 4 laws agency, discipline, alignment, mastery. These 4 pillars, they form the bedrock of a life lived with meaning. And once we understand and practice the laws of ADAM, we move into the daily actions, the HERO commitments, that turn intention into reality. But it starts with the very first law. It starts with the understanding that you are the author of your own life. That is the end of the introduction. Okay, part 1. The foundation. The 4 laws of ADAM. Chapter 1. Agency. Taking back the steering wheel. The moment you choose agency, you stop explaining and start authoring. So what is agency? In simple terms, it means you have the power to act for yourself and not simply be acted upon. It means you are the primary cause of your outcomes. It is the fierce belief that regardless of what happens to you, you always have the power to choose your response. It is the antidote to the victim mentality. Many people wake up feeling like passengers on a bus. They are subject to the schedule, to the driver's moods, the traffic, and the route that someone else chose. Agency is climbing into the driver's seat and taking yourself. The trap of explanation. Most of us are professional explainers. We explain why we're broke, why we're unhealthy, why we're unhappy. For example, we're broke because of the economy. We're unhealthy because of bad genetics. We're unhappy because of our boss or our partner or the weather or something else beyond our control. These aren't necessarily lies, but they are an abdication of power. An explanation is simply a story or a narrative that puts the cause of your problems outside of your control. And when I say I can't lose weight because my metabolism is slow, you are providing an explanation that makes you powerless. A person operating with agency instead will say, my metabolism is a challenge, so I will adjust my diet and training to plan and account for that challenge. See, the difference isn't in the reality of the challenge, because it's there regardless. However, the difference is in the locus of control, where and what we focus on. So the explainer, he or she focuses on what was and what is, the past and the external present. The agent focuses on what will be based on what they do. So the future, they focus on the future and the internal response. The explainer focuses on the past and the external present. The agent focuses on the future and internal response. This is a simple litmus test. It will be, when something bad happens, do you immediately look for who or what to blame? Or do you immediately look for the next logical action step that you can take to get you closer to achieving the goal? What is priority in that moment? So true agency is built on 3 unshakable pillars. Unshakable because agency isn't a feeling, it's a practice. And like I said, true agency is built on 3 unshakable pillars. Pillar number 1, this is what we'll call the power of the pause. Okay, it's a little system. It's a breathe, name, choose. That's the sequence. So life is a constant barrage of stimuli. Truly, your phone buzzes, a coworker sends an angry email, or you spill your drink on your new shirt. Most people operate on a stimulus-response loop. The drink spills, you feel rage, you scream. The coworker insults you, you feel fear, you lash out defensively. This is not agency. This is a puppet on strings. And the first most critical step of agency is inserting the pause. And in that half second of silence, you engage your freedom. So you take the agency pause system. It goes like this: breathe. Take a deep, slow breath during this pause. This is physically gonna pull you out of the emotional brain. Gonna physically pull you away from the amygdala back into your rational prefrontal cortex. Your brain, your rational brain. So you pause, you breathe, and then name. Identify the feeling or the reality clearly. Don't judge it, just label it truthfully. This is frustration. This is fear of failure. This is an unexpected setback, something like that. And then, with that will come a choice. And then as step 3, you choose. You now ask yourself, what is the highest and best response to this moment? Not the easiest, not the most satisfying, but the one that aligns with the person that I want to be. And when you practice the pause, you break the loop. You shift the equation to, this is how you carry calm in the storm. Calm isn't about absent feeling. Calm isn't absence of feeling. It is the presence of choice. So this is the little system. Breathe, name, choose. The power of the pause. This is pillar 1 of what true agency is built on. Pillar 2 is called radical ownership. Now for most, this is the hardest pill to swallow because it says you are responsible for everything in your life. And that can be hard. But you must know it doesn't mean that you caused every bad thing. You didn't cause the market crash, you didn't cause the flat tire, and you didn't cause the argument that your spouse started. But you are 100% responsible for how you handle those events, how you recover from them, and what you learn from them, and how you change because of them. Radical ownership means dropping the need to be a victim. So even when you were clearly wronged, and this is why it's hard, it can be hard, it's the hardest one. It means stop saying, I should have, and start saying, next time I will. See, the focus moves from regret to planning, because how long can you feel bad before you do something productive about it? You need to embrace the mindset of, if it is to be, it is up to me. Because if a goal isn't met or being met, the agency-driven person will look inward, not outward. So we need to get this a habit ingrained in us to go inward. Where did I drop the ball? What system did I fail to create? What conversation did I avoid that would have made the difference? See, this level of ownership is terrifying at first because it means there's nowhere to hide. It's all on you. But it is also the most liberating concept because it means your results are no longer conditional on luck or external factors. They're conditional on you. And you are a powerful, capable person. If we start telling ourselves the truth, that is what we will tell ourselves. The third pillar that true agency is built on is what we will call defining your non-negotiables. Because look, agency is not just about responding well to chaos. It's about pre-deciding your life. So this is where we lay the groundwork for discipline, which is that's all about chapter 2, discipline. An agent doesn't wait until they feel motivated to work out, or to eat well, or to save money. They define their non-negotiables, the rails to the train, essentially, the rails that they will stay on even when their feelings wander. A non-negotiable is an unbreakable rule that you set for yourself when you are at your best, so that your low energy and emotional self can't talk you out of it. So let me give some examples. Non-negotiable example 1 in the health department. It can say something like, I will move my body for 30 minutes before 9 a.m. regardless of the weather or how tired I feel. Non-negotiable example number 2. In finance, the first 10% of every dollar I earn is automatically transferred into my tithing account or in my investment account or something along that line. An example, non-negotiable example number 3 for my relationships. I will not check my phone for the first hour after arriving home from work. I mean, these are small declarations of independence. And by keeping these pre-decided rules, these pre-decided rails, because they're taking you places, you prove to yourself repeatedly that your character is stronger than your mood. And this is the ultimate expression of agency and self-love. You are choosing your life ahead of time, ensuring that your future is constructed intentionally by you and not just an accident happening. And that is chapter 1, agency. Chapter 2, discipline, freedom through structure. If agency is the decision to climb into the driver's seat, then discipline is the ability to keep the car on the road, even when you feel like veering off. Most people misunderstand discipline. They view it as a cruel master, a form of punishment or self-deprivation that eliminates joy. They think discipline means doing things you hate. This is fundamentally wrong. Discipline is not deprivation. It is the ultimate form of self-care. Now let me explain. Discipline is the voluntary choice to endure a small, controlled amount of discomfort now to prevent a large, uncontrolled amount of pain later. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. How can that be mistaken as a cruel master? Anyway, let's not misunderstand. If you want the freedom to retire early, you must have the discipline to save money today. If you want the freedom to enjoy hiking mountains, you must have the discipline to train your body. If you want the freedom of a clear mind, you must have the discipline to establish a boundary with your phone and other addictive things. Discipline creates the rails that allow your life to move forward efficiently and without constant decision fatigue. Discipline is saying no so that you can have what you want even more. Here's the misconception. So we're drawn to stories of heroic, intense efforts. The all-nighter, the dramatic transformation, the 6-hour workout. These moments of high intensity are inspiring, but they are not sustainable. They're like a flare gun, bright, hot, and quickly extinguished. The hero's life is built not on flares, but on the quiet, low-burning engine of consistency. Think of a massive stone wall. It was not built in a day. It wasn't built in one Herculean lift. It was built by a mason who showed up every single morning, laid one perfect stone after the other, and repeated the process day after day. And that is the essence of discipline. Laying one perfect stone after the other, every single day. Intensity is a mood. It requires motivation, high energy, and perfect conditions. Consistency is a mechanism. It requires a system, a schedule, and a standard. If you have two writers, one who writes 10,000 words once a month, when they feel inspired, and one who writes 500 words every single day, the consistent one always wins. Discipline is the power to choose the 500 words daily over the momentary thrill of the 10,000 word binge. So here's something to really help with this. We're going to call this designing the habit loop. If you rely on willpower alone, you will fail. Willpower is finite. It runs out by the afternoon. Discipline must be built into a system, a habit loop, one that requires almost no thought or willpower to initiate. And the most effective habit loop simplifies the cue and shrinks the action. So let's do this. The power of the cue. Let's make it obvious. Your environment dictates your behavior. And if your goal requires friction, you won't do it. Discipline works best when the start button is visible and immediately accessible. If you want to read more, don't put the book in the closet. Put it on your pillow right where your head will go. The cue is seeing the book. And this is the power of the cue. If you want to run, don't put your gym clothes in a drawer. Lay them out the night before next to your bed and your running shoes. The cue is waking up and seeing them right there.